Good afternoon and welcome to number 19 St Mark's Road, which is situated just on the outskirts of Saltney, but at the Chester side of Saltney, so quite a short walk into the city, within walking distance of a regular bus service to the city centre. There's actually loads of buses that fly by on Hough Green with you being on the Welsh line. So really good for transport links. You're within walking distance of an array of shops. There's an Asda, less than 5 minutes away from you, but also for further supermarket shopping, you've got a Morrison's in Greater Saltney with a garage. Now the property itself, it lays just behind me. It's a bay-fronted Victorian terraced house. I very rarely say this because it's a bit of an overused estate agent's cliche, but I will. It's actually a TARDIS, this property. You look at it from the front and it's really difficult to understand just how big it is and how far back it goes. So it's a wonderfully sized home. You could get a family in here quite easily. St Mark's Road itself, you've got on-street parking, but long gardens at the rear where some people have actually taken some of that garden to have some off-road parking or a garage at the rear. So we've got a walled front garden with a really mature Pyrocanthus, which is just coming into berry now, which I really love that plant. Gravelled front garden with a lovely lavender to greet you on the entrance with a paved pathway. UPVC double glazed entrance door takes you through to the initial entrance hall. Double radiator to keep you nice and warm. And then there's a further internal door, which is great at the moment for keeping the drafts out. Further double radiator and stairs off to the first floor. Nicely carpeted, where it is carpeted, with a grey, nice fluffy carpet. We're into the front living room. I've been doing the measuring and floor plans then. What keeps grabbing me is you look and the bay window is like a frame, and it's a green frame looking at the front garden. You've got good privacy, but it throws in lots and lots of natural light. The fireplace has got a bit of a story to it. It's over 200 years old. Rosewood comes from an old hotel. It was reclaimed from an old hotel in Wales. And you've got your fender here, which is cast iron, living flame gas fire, regularly serviced and checked as well. We've got the painted beams and, like I say, UPVC double glazed bay window. So really big room, and it opens into this area here, which the owner's got as a bit of a reading reflection room. We think the flooring is elm engineered flooring. You could have this as a bit of dining space. Like I say, the owner finds it a really nice place to sit down and read a good book. Under here, I won't open it because that's why the house is so tidy, is a really good sized under storage cupboard with plenty of built-in shelving, so good storage. And then through these double doors, we come through to a large open plan breakfast, kitchen, dining, living area. It's got a bit of everything. Only about 3 years ago, it was completely re-roofed. In some high winds, the roof came off, so that's all been fixed, all the flooring's been fixed. And you've got a column radiator here, which gives you a bit of character. And this solid beech butcher's block style work surface, which turns into a breakfast bar here. So it's really bright. There's a multitude of uses you could use this space for. It just really depends on how you want to live. So the kitchen extends on here. So this is the end of the original house, and this is the first part of the extension, which just creates a nice dining area, nice breakfast area. And then we go back into the kitchen. In the kitchen, like I say, the work surfaces really relate to the age of the property. You've got the light beech mixture with the cream units, with the glass fronted display units. There is an 8-ring double width sort of range style oven, which would be left with the property, with a tiled splashback and stainless steel extractor hood over. I love this Belfast ceramic style, well, Belfast style even, ceramic sink. Again, antique brass effect mixer tap, just gives you a feeling of character whilst you've got some of the mod cons. There's actually space for a fridge freezer here, but there's further space for another fridge freezer in the dining area, and you've got plumbing for dishwasher, plumbing for wash machine. And then you've got a sort of utility space here where you've got space for tumble dryer, some deep pull-out pan drawers, and then you've got space for a second fridge freezer. I think this house is really good if you've got lots of furniture. And then onto the conservatory, which of course opens onto the rear garden. We're just losing the light and the weather, but I really like this room. And then we're on to the back garden. Actually a really good size, low maintenance. We've got one of 2 patios here. I think it's an Indian stone patio, difficult to tell at this time of year, with some lovely established trees in the border, with further raised beds on this side. And then we've got room for a big L-shaped seating area, artificially turfed. Again, gives you the feeling of greenery, but none of the maintenance. And then onwards to the second, much larger patio area, where there's room for your barbecue. This is the real entertaining hub of the garden, where you bring your friends round, sit down, have a drink, have a barbie, and you've got lots of good privacy. And again, this large metal storage shed, which has its own power. The owner built it actually for a son who used to do his drumming in there so not to annoy the neighbours. So really good space in there, could be an office. I won't show you through here because it's a really good ancillary area, good for hiding stuff, bins, recycling. But some of the neighbours have actually brought the garden back a little bit to add that off-road parking or garage. But really, really handy at the moment for all your recycling bins and anything you don't want anyone to see. So that's the back garden. As you look back at the house, it gives you clues just to how vast it is. We've got 3 double bedrooms by virtue of a good sized loft conversion. And a wonderfully large main bathroom as well. Just a small thing. This here, this planter, which would stay with the property, was actually the original sink, which the owners reclaimed and made a nice planter out of. So back into the house, into the conservatory. The property is really well decorated throughout, has a really nice feel and has been very, very well maintained. Whilst the owner has took great care, I think, to keep the house in keeping with its age. And up we go the stairs, along this, say, nice fluffy grey carpet, onto the first floor, where we've got 2 double bedrooms, and probably what would have been a bedroom at one time is a huge main bathroom. The photographer who photographs our property has seen thousands and thousands of houses, some of them really big properties. He said he's never photographed such a big bath. It's a double jacuzzi bath, so real luxury there. But then for the day-to-day stuff, you've got your walk-in, fully tiled shower cubicle with an electric shower. Airing cupboard in here. There's a 6-year-old approximately boiler. It's a combination boiler, again, which is serviced every year. Bathroom is a nice modern white suite, but we've got ceramic tiled flooring and a heated towel rail just here. Really good size, really roomy. Rarely would you have room to have such a big size bath and a separate shower cubicle. So I'm going to take you now into what's bedroom 3. So we're doing some reverse order on the bedrooms today, but this is the 3rd bedroom. So if you've got 2 children, they both could have a really good size double bed each. Really good size, carpeted, and it's got fine views of the gardens. And then back onto the landing. Again, another double radiator, really warm house. You've got your staircase up to the loft room, and we've got bedroom 2, which is situated to the front of the property. But again, it's got room for a big double sort of bunk bed. You've got wardrobes behind the door with further 2 double wardrobes here. Just shows you how much space and room we've got. We've got wood effect laminate flooring, so nice easy room. And then lastly, I'll take you up to the main bedroom, which is a loft conversion, which was done roughly in 1989. All done to regulations at the current time. Undereave storage just in there. Again, the carpet continues, and we're onto the 2nd floor. You've got this lovely recess here, which has got display lighting, which is built in for wardrobing. And there's room for a king-size bed with plenty of room here for a vanity unit desk. There's room here for drawers. It's a really, really sizable room. And out back, we've got 2 nice large windows overlooking the gardens. And I'll give you a bit of an overview as to what could be done. When you look outside, you can see some of the neighbours have got garages, carports, and additional parking where we've got the ancillary area. So that is the grand tour of number 19 St Mark's Road, which I think is a huge house, great value for money. If you're looking for value for square footage, being within or less than 2 miles of the city centre, this is the house for you. Just overlooking the garden is the magnificent St Mark's Church. Both my children went to preschool, taught by my wife, and then we've got Hough Green, one of Chester's most expensive, rightfully so areas, which is just behind us. So it's a mixed area really. We're just outside Hough Green, but we've got all the great day-to-day amenities that Saltney has to offer. Anyway, if you'd like to book a viewing and see the real thing, give me a call. We're at Current Homes. Our number is 01244 313 900. Thank you very much.